this evening. Well, first, I'd like to let you know that this is where Nigeria's finest conversation takes place. So this is what we're going to dissect hot topical conversations, as you know, it's making the round across the country. Right. So on the hot topic this evening, and of course, just to let you know, we also have expert analysis and all most of these conversations. So on the hot topic this evening, you're like a quack doctor. Atiku accuses Tinubu of causing hardship with shambolic policies. And then, still in the news, Tinubu governors OK creation of state police. And then, just in, reps move to scrap presidential system, propose parliamentary system of government. I think we had this conversation yesterday. Yes, we had this conversation yesterday. Very correct. And then we'll move on to other conversations. Here's with $975 million spent daily gambling, reps moves to stop betting, to stop sports betting, right? And then FG faults treasonable felony trial against FG holds treasonable felony trial against Shawari Bakari. That's also in the news. Tinubu governors, I said that earlier. Tinubu governors, creation of state police. That's in the news. And we'll move on to other conversations. Nigeria's inflation rate hit 29.90% in January, NBS report reveals. We'll let you in on what the food inflation says, by the way. And then Naira falls to 1,600 per dollar as economic collapse continues. Alleged misappropriation. External auditor will examine Labour Party's accounts. This is credited to Peter Obi. Economic hardship. We can't stop people from revolting. Sultan wants Lagos. These are the hot topics that we have. But you know what? Usually, as it is the tradition, let's take a quick breather. We'll be right back to begin to look at these conversations one at a time. Stay with us, Lagos. We'll be right back.
Listen to hot critical analysis and top trending topics of the day. Join Precious Monday to Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. on The Evening Rush.
Lagos, you are welcome back. It is still 90.3 Voice of the People FM. So let's get straight to the conversation, shall we? We'll begin with the story, the first story from Alhaji Atiku Abubakar as the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in the 2023 election. Atiku Abubakar has accused President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of trying to decimate Nigeria with hunger, economic hardship, and poverty. Atiku, who stressed that Nigeria is in a dire situation, likened President Tinubu to a quack doctor trying to treat a cancerous patient away. In a statement by his media aide, Frank Schwaibu, Atiku said the fallout of the shambolic policies of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led APC administration is killing Nigerians, even as there are no efforts to stem the tide. The unprecedented hunger, poverty, and hardship in Nigeria were part of Tinubu's ultimate plan to decimate Nigerians and pauperize them until they have no shred of dignity left. So Tinubu is like a quack doctor trying to treat a cancerous patient, but the quack doctor is likely to kill the patient even faster than the cancer itself. The statement quotes. The former vice president berated Tinubu for blaming ex-president Muhammadu Buhari for the current hardship. Rather than get to work, he continues to blame his predecessor, President Muhammadu Buhari, for handing him an empty treasury and a weak economy, and the opposition for instigating mass protest. But get to work and do it now. Shebi say you do it during campaign. Now he talks, quoting them for the last. This is quote. He says he talks as if Buhari was not a member of their diseased All Progressive Congress, but he, Atiku too, was one time a member of All Progressive. He also forgets that his own Kabu Kabu policies rather, and its fallouts are what is instigating the mass protest across the country. The post further quotes. or the reports further quotes. Now, Atiku also accused the president of playing politics with the appointment of ministers, stressing that most of them should not have been appointed in the first place. He lamented that the president's economic perspective was limited by the fact that he had surrendered himself with his Lagos circle, putting loyalty ahead of competence. Atiku insisted that the president knew little about Nigeria's economy and nothing about security or building a national economy. My people, you need to read this to yourself. But you would recall that yesterday we did reports had it that Northern youths burnt Nigerian flag while saying that things have become so hard for them under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration, and they are now eating grass. So I guess Atiku Abubakar, in the past, Sultan of Sokoto told the wife of the president, Remi Tinubu, that my people, Nigerians are hungry under your watch. In fact, he even said it now again. Let me even quote the Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Mohammed Saad Abubakar III, expressed worry again over the level of suffering, insecurity, and impoverishment being experienced in Nigeria. He said that soon it will be difficult to keep the people from revolting. That is, it go hard to make for 10 Nigerians and make on no protest. The Sultan addressed participants at the Arewa House in Kaduna yesterday and Wednesday during the 6th Executive Northern Traditional Rulers Council meeting. Yep, and that same Wednesday, that was when youths went bizarre and said, you know what, we need to do again. I beg. Burnt Nigerian flag, which I think would have been treasonable. I've been waiting on the Kunkum for DSS to react to that conversation, but we're yet to hear that. But we do hope that those that are responsible for defacing a Nigerian flag may be held responsible, which, is statutory by law. I don't know if I'm correct. But then again, there's been, you'd recall that there's been pockets of protests across the country, owing to the hardship and high cost of food prices generally in the country. Of course, today is Thursday, so I have my Monday, Thursday tonic, and now steadily my Valentine tonic. No matter the day of the year or the day of the week that Valentine falls in, he definitely will be here to cheer me up. Barrister Darlington, good evening and thank you for coming.
Pretty pressure.
Sir.
I'm not happy. You didn't do Valentine.
I didn't do Valentine for you. Chai, me, I did not even do Valentine for myself.
I even told you to package somebody for me. You didn't.
The person that packages, where are you? Packagers, parcel owners, parcel services. Where were they?
In fact, I will change you.
Don't, please. Tamper mercy with justice, not justice with mercy. Tamper mercy with justice.
Oh God. So how are you?
I'm not fine. You can see I'm perspiring. I'm sweating.
Are you protesting too?
I think my body is protesting. The heat is too much in Nigeria, so you can see I'm in fact I'm not okay. I'm not okay.
You see, Precious, God is wonderful.
What did God do?
Oh my God. God has a way of doing things.
Has he done it for you again?
In fact, what man cannot do, God will do it.
And what God can do cannot be done.
You know, when they were campaigning here, there is nothing we did not hear. Precious, they told us things. And some of us on this side, we are saying, no, this is not real. This is not real. Because I have looked at all the indices, I have looked at all the antecedents, and I have looked at all the record and reports, and I told the people who care to listen that Tinubu cannot do this. Some people were telling me I hate Tinubu, this and that. Do you know that these two human beings that have told us that they own Nigeria, that they are the best that Nigeria can bring and all that?
Who are those?
Buhari and Tinubu. Can you see how this presidency?
No, Barrister Darlington. You will speak about the president of our country with respect, please.
Yes,
you're on public radio. You will not say these two human beings.
Okay,
you will address them accordingly, sir.
These two presidents that Nigeria has
past and present. It's fine.
Good. It's very simple now. These two presidents, but first of all, they are human beings before president.
It's okay, but we just have to do the right thing.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you, sir.
These two people now who came out as president and they have ruled Nigeria, you can see how this office have denigrated them and reduced them. The prestige they used to have before this office is gone. Let somebody challenge me now. All the respect they had before they came into office, it is wasted. All because of propaganda. What can they attach to their name now? Before they came into office, that people were hyping them. Look at what they have done to Nigeria. Pressure, look at where we are. They even blaming each other. This one will say Buhari did it. The other one will say it was nothing to hold on to. It is now ad hoc arrangement, trial and error. Today they will hold meeting. The other day they will say no, reverse it. What confusion all over, as if we never had a government before. As if we never had a government. We were telling these people, why not? Do you know it would have been better if these people had remained statesmen? Maybe Tinubu would now be in charge of Lagos, controlling whatever happens here. Maybe be a godfather in Yoruba land. Whoever wants to do anything, they will go and pay homage to him. He would have had more respect. His would have been intact by now. Look at where he is. Pressure, look at where he is. All those things they were telling us through propaganda, where are they now? Where are they? This man would have become so powerful if he had remained a godfather in the southwest. You and I know that. Today now look at it. Pressure, look, what is paining me now is all of us are feeling the pinch. If only it is those people that brought them into office are feeling, I won't bother. Precious, I will not bother. Look at where they have put us. The thing is that most people don't even know where Nigeria is now. Precious, you don't know where we are. Dollar is 1,600 naira.
So, Barrister Darlington, are you speaking in agreement with the Sultan of Sokoto or with Elijah Atiku Abubakar? Because
with all of them, initially, listen, initially, I was blaming them for not talking when Buhari was there. Remember, but the president now is not helping matters. He's not helping matters. I thought he would have been so creative in his administration. I was thinking he would have been so creative by now. There are things trying to even they have exhausted propaganda. He's a henchman. Are they talking now? They can't talk. What will they say? They will anger the people the more. They will anger them the more. I was thinking he would have done something. It is now realized that Ab Initio, he has nothing to offer Nigeria. Ab Initio, nothing. Because those ideas he said they want to steal from him, where are the ideas? Precious, where are the ideas? But when we are here saying it, they say no, you are talking rubbish, this and that. He will stay here for 200. That's why I insisted that he must stay there. Remember when they were telling me on this platform that I will be here, Tinubu will rule for 200 years. I said no problem. This platform that I will be here, Tinubu will rule for 200 years. I said no problem. That is why I'm insisting that Tinubu must continue in this office. Revolt or no revolt, he must stay there. He must finish it. Maybe after that, Nigerians will now let their eye will open, so that when somebody will come and be doing boo-boo to you will count your tongue with your teeth. Precious, we will count our tongue with our teeth.
So since you mentioned inflation rate and the dollar, let's quickly let Lagosians in and our next Nigerians in on our next conversation. As the naira dipped to 1,600 against the dollar today, Thursday, as Nigeria's economy continue to hurt under the present administration's watch. According to Abuki Forex, the naira plunged to 1,600 per dollar, despite efforts by the Central Bank of Nigeria to salvage the free fall of the naira. Now, though the naira had been on downward trend against the dollar before the president assumed office, as President Bola Tinubu assumed office last May, the naira's free fall accelerated following the floating of the currency. So we know that it was about 750, 780 before the president took in, but then it's more than doubled already. In September, the naira exchanged for 1,000 naira to $1 at a parallel market, a historic dip that spotlighted the weakness of the president's efforts to manage the national currency amid runaway inflation. And then in July, the Association of Nigeria Licensed Customs Agents and ANLCA complained that floating the nation's currency had caused a drop in vehicle importation in the nation's ports. Now the currency fell to 1,520 naira, 123 kobo to $1 on January 31, according according to Naira rates. Now, this is against the currency's depreciation to 1,482 Naira 75 kobo per dollar recorded in the official foreign exchange market on January, official, amounting to 38 Naira depreciation for the Naira under 24 hours. Under 24 hours. The fall made it the first time after the COVID-19 period that the official exchange rate will be higher than the parallel market exchange rate, which traded at 1,470 Naira per dollar, from 1,425 Naira per dollar in January 29. Now, the monetary policy of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government played a huge role in the further downward slide of the Naira after he floated the currency. Monetary policy, which, by the way, the IMF and the World Bank are lauding him for, as saying that he did something, he's been able to do something that other administrations and so many other administrations preceding him, before him have not been able to do or have been unable to do. Now, President Tinubu's economic policy is scrapping fuel subsidy and collapsing multiple foreign exchange windows into the single importer and exporter, that is the I&E window, drastically depreciated the Naira's value by 98%. That is only 2% for the Naira. A report by PricewaterhouseCoopers stated. This was, I think, early this year. We, had that report. We x-rayed the report. Now, the top global business advisory audit for our firm said in its report that Nigeria economy outlook, 7 trends that will shape Nigeria's economy in 2024. That Mr. Tinubu implemented policies that had the domino effect of devaluing the Naira by nearly 100%, but appealed to foreign investors as the move was projected to improve the economy in 2024. On September 26, the Naira witnessed an unprecedented historic low, dipping to 1,000 against the US dollar. Since then, the currency lost 17% of its value. It's just been falling and falling and falling. The persistent decline of the Naira is a source of concern and a spotlight on the challenges associated with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's fiscal policies. A lot of complaints have been coming up because of these policies, and of course that has led to a lot of inflation. So it may not be unconnected to the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics recent report of the the January 2024 statistics. That Nigeria's inflation rate has now risen to 29.90% for January 2024. Against 28.92% in December 2023. Remember, in December we said, inflation had hit 28.92%. That is, in January was when we got the December statistics. But in this February now, they're telling us that January statistics is 29.90%. The MBS
by March, February will come out and we hit for
50%.
Don't worry.
But you know that most times I don't even agree with most of this, percentages, because most times it's not actually a reality of what the market is really saying.
Are you saying?
So the MBS disclosed this.
Why not bring your own?
December. No, what I'm trying to say is that it's worse than we see in the market. That's what I'm trying to say. It's worse than you experience in the market.
Of course.
Because I know a time when
they can't tell you.
I know that in a year there was a year I started buying a particular product at I think 100 naira, and before the end of that year that particular product got to 35 naira, 350 naira, and they told us the inflation within that year was just from perhaps 19% or 18%
they are playing down
to 30%. So it doesn't look like it's really it doesn't play out the reality of the situation for me. Now, according to the Bureau, the figure is 0.98% point higher than the 28.92% recorded in December. Similarly, the Bureau said on a year-on-year basis, the headline inflation rate was at 8.08% points higher compared to the rate recorded in January. It said on a year-on-year basis, the headline inflation rate in January 2024 was 0.8% higher than the rate recorded in January 2023 at 21.82%. In addition, it said a month-on-month basis, the headline inflation rate in January 2024 was 2.62%, that is 0.35% higher than the rate recorded in December 2023. So this means that in January 2024, the rate of increase in the average price level was more than the rate of increase in the average price level in December 2023. I mean, it's unconnected. I needed to do something in my car in December, and I had already finished agreement with them that it was about 180,000. In January, it told me 250. I said, oh, yeah, okay, make a bad break. So it's unconnected. Again, I keep saying that I'm not sure these prices actually follow.
Did you even know? Did you hear what they told us during December? They said because of the rush to buy goods.
That's why. So we're hoping that things will come down in January.
Exactly.
In fact, I was even going to say that.
That was the propaganda they used in December. That by January, this thing will be coming down. That we should relax. It is just for the moment.
So you know that this inflation now, it was observed, or it is observed in food and non-alcoholic beverages. Housing also increased. Water also. Oh, by the way, pure water people are even on strike now because pure water is so expensive. Even the other one in big can that we used to buy 800 is now 1,000 naira. I said, I was like 1,000 naira for one big bottle. That is one bottle, and people will finish it in 1 or 2 days. People will not be doing that. So they said it's also reflective in electricity. In case you've not noticed, there may be changes in your electricity unit between December and January. So it's reflective in electricity. In gas, oh, I was shocked when I heard that gas, 12.5 kg gas is now 15,000 naira. So that's the reality. Other fuel commodities too. Clothing and footwear are part of it, and including transportation. Others are furnishing, household equipment and maintenance, education, health, miscellaneous goods and services, restaurant and hotels, alcohol beverages, tobacco and cola, recreation and culture and communication. These are part of the areas that witness this inflation. Now the Bureau said that the percentage change in the average CPI for the 12-month ending January 2024 over the average of the CPI for the previous corresponding 12-month period was 25.35%, indicating a 5.99% increase compared to 19.36% recorded in January 2023. So the report there is I be one talk say on a food inflation also go higher self. So make I tell you, in fact they say increases of bread and cereals. There were increases in the prices of bread, cereals, oil and fats, potatoes, yam, other tubers, that is including other tubes that you used to eat, fish, meat, fruits, coffee, tea, even cocoa. Caused the rise in food inflation on year-on-year basis. So these are the things that made food inflation go high. So it said on month-on-month basis, so year-on-year basis, food prices actually did go very, very high. So Barrister Darlington, so this and dollar rate, and you remember that dollar rate is also connected to this, because we hear that we may likely halt food importation, but we're saying that if we halt food importation, are we producing enough? Have we even tackled insecurity enough for us to be able to be producing enough for our own consumption? Barrister Darlington.
That is the recipe for revolution. If they try that, food, my dear, the way it is now, it is very, very obvious that things are bad. But when we are saying it here, they were calling out all sorts of names. Thank God the reality is done on everybody now. Why didn't they listen? At least listen. This thing is avoidable. All the things they told you, Pressure, do you know that if they have told us, okay, between this time and this time, this is the milestone we are going to achieve? Will people not be patient, expecting that at the end of that period we are going to get to somewhere? But you keep telling us, wait, things will get better. When? There should be timeous. You should be timeous on this thing. Tell us what period, when are we expecting your miracle? Are we going to wait forever? Is that not why people are becoming impatient? You say you have a magic wand. Okay, fine. You say you are going to perform. Fine. When? What time? At least we should be seeing that things are getting better. The rise is something is dropping. Maybe from where you inherited it has come down. Then the insecurity, it is dying now. Farmers are gradually going back to farm. We say, yeah, things are happening. Is that not true? Then the crude oil that they are stealing every day, the thing has gone up. Nobody is stealing crude oil again. Precious, please, if I see this type of development, will I not be happy? Will I not be happy and say that, yes, this man, he meant what he's saying? But in this case, nothing. Things are getting worse. The opaque quota they gave us, we are not even meeting it to the extent that Dangote is going to buy crude from US when we have crude here that is waiting to be excavated. Look at our gas being wasted on daily basis, yet there is no gas for us to cook in our homes. Precious, please, where do you start to say, okay, things are getting better? Where? Because they've been promising you, it's like a pregnant woman, kiniko. With this pregnancy, when will the woman deliver? Is this pregnancy forever? Is that not why some of us are worried? As if that is not enough. All the things you told us, we have not seen any. Nothing, no single thing, none. You are reversing them. Fuel subsidy is gone back now. That means the money, that is the excuse they will give you next time. That the money. So
we heard what they said that the amounts we're going to be spending now on fuel subsidy.
Good. Is what you would have used to do development. Okay, the 8 months you have saved for this fuel subsidy, where is it? If you are saving $1 trillion where is the money? Precious, where is the money? At least we have seen the effect. So that when you are telling people, they say yes, it's true. This fuel subsidy, it has been killing us. So you see, immediately they remove it. Look at what we have achieved. People will be saying it now. You will see it. But you remove it, things got worse. So, ab initio, there was no fuel subsidy. That's the meaning. There was no fuel subsidy. Because you told us with it, everything, in fact, things will get better. You now remove it and things got worse. So, what is the effect? Is that not why they told us they've gone back? Just everything upside down. As if they cost us or something. Are you not surprised yourself, Precious? Hold on. Is anybody listening to me? Are you not surprised that Nigeria is in this mess? That all the things that we have achieved before, all of them gone. It's like the thing just flew away from the window and disappeared. Some people will be asking, you mean there are no human beings in Nigeria again? Where are all the economic teams, all the experts that they told us that Tinubu assembled? Precious, were you not here when they told us that they have assembled experts who will do magic?
Did you not see the House of Rep meet them the other day and they've been discussing?
It's bad. Look at all, even the people they invited to the house, what did they say? Is it not to blow grammar? Is there anything Cardoso told the National Assembly members that is endearing? Is there anything he told them that you say, okay, this thing he said now, it makes sense, so we are getting somewhere? Except to tax and tax and tax and tax. After wasting the money, they will not tax you and I to replace it. Do you know that this high tax that is closing down industry, it is to recover the money that some people have stolen from you? Is that not how they want to regain it? Any other way? There's no other way now. There's no other way. I have been saying it, except this President Tinubu stop this insecurity. Let farmers go back to farm. We are wasting our time. This food crisis, it will get worse. Except they are
so speaking about insecurity, Paris Darlington, I think the president and the governors have resolved to do something about it. As President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the 36 state governors have agreed on the necessity of creating state police nationwide. You recall that in the past, when there was call for this, though the federal government has been willing, but the states looked like the states have been willing, but the federal looked like he didn't have much interest. But I think that giving into it right now.
Precious.
So the states and the federal government are expected to work out the modalities of the new force that will cater for the security needs of each state of the Federation. Now, according to the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, the central government reached an agreement in principle with the governors today, Thursday. So Mr. Tinubu and the governors met in Abuja today, Thursday, where plans for ending the country's worsening insecurity were discussed, with a consensus reached to establish state police, putting a stop to long-running disagreements and controversy about the issue that lasted for years. Speaking with journalists after the meeting, Mr. Idris disclosed that the agreement, which was still at its early stage, had become necessary due to the extreme level of insecurity and kidnapping currently plaguing the country. Both the federal and state government agree and the necessity of having state police, the minister told journalists today, Thursday. Now, he said this is a significant shift, but as I said, more work needs to be done in that direction.
Okay.
Mr. Idris said that the government at both national and state levels still needed to work out the modalities of the agreement before the implementation. So this seemed like a step in the right direction, isn't it?
Okay. Precious.
Sir?
Precious.
Sir?
How many times did I call you?
Only 2, sir.
What is today's date?
15th, the day after Valentine.
Oh my God! Did you see this? Our leaders or rulers? Kit. Modalities for this thing will last for 4 years.
I don't think so.
I said modalities for implementation. Yes.
Funny.
This is the first time they are saying it, Abi. Throughout Buhari's period, didn't we have insecurity in quantum leap? This idea was it not mooted at that time? Did they not agree? Even Osibajo, he was the one even spearheading it. How did it end? This is just a ad hoc arrangement. They just want to stabilize something. When they say this security is over and there's no need for state police, that's the next thing we hear. At least it has reduced. We no longer have need. They will tell you it's too expensive. They will tell you all manner of things that will kill this idea. Precious, go and mark my word, because I know what is happening. I know some people will not allow it. It will not promote their agenda. That thing that made them to stall it the first time is still there. So
you think that this insecurity situation hasn't really gotten worse enough?
No. It has
for everyone to forget about personal interest.
No,
pursue the overall.
They have not achieved their aim. They have not. Are you
saying that people have hidden agendas?
Precious. Please let me ask you: the 400 names that are sponsoring this, what would not do? Their investment, what happens to it? Do you think they will be happy? They will get to work. 400 names they gave you that are sponsoring this insecurity. Nobody has mentioned. Nobody talking about in that direction. You are talking of state police, this and that, and you think those people will go and sit down? What happened to the investment they have made in this insecurity? No, you are not talking about that, Abi. That is why I'm telling you that I'm not convinced. If this federal government is serious, they should prosecute these people first. Clip their wings so that they will become powerless. As long as they are alive, anything you are trying to do to stop their business will come to nothing. Quote me.
All right, so Barrister Darlington, let's go straight to another conversation, and this is still about the federal government, as the federal government has informed a federal high court in Abuja of its willingness to discontinue the treasonable felony trial of human rights campaign Omoyele Shawari and co-defendant Olawole Bakari, otherwise called Mandate. Now, this was disclosed in a court filing by the Minister of Justice, Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi, sent to the court in Abuja today. The documents, are carried that read by virtue of power conferred on me under Section 174, subsection 1C of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, amended Section 107, subsection 1 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2015, and all the powers enabling me in that behalf. I, Lateef Olasunkomi Fagbemi San, intend to discontinue charge number So the process marking an end to the trial that had lasted nearly 5 years. Remember, it was at the wake of President Muhammad Buhari's administration. So Mr. Shawari was in court on Wednesday for the resumption of the trial, as stipulated by the court. But the government prosecutor A.Y. Tahir said he had been newly assigned to the case and would need more time to catch up with the briefings. So Mr. Shawari was arrested in August 2019, remember, for convening a nationwide protest tagged Revolution Now. Over 35 government prosecutors had handled the case since the State Security Service led a team of 23 lawyers seeking to hand Mr. Shawari a potential life jail in December of that same year, that is December 2019. The case was also brought before at least 3 judges. You remember he was also, held down for a couple of years. his passports were seized. Months after his passports were seized and initially barred from traveling outside the Federal Capital Territory, and granting press interviews before the conditions of the bill were varied, allowing him to travel and do, to other parts of the country. So chairman of the African Action Congress and Oyo State, Kayode Bayomi, said the end of the sham trial was overdue. So it is time for it to,
Precious.
Sir?
Was there a time Showore called for revolution? Revolution now. Was there a time? There was. It was very obvious. There was. Sunday Igboho.
But is revolution treasonable? I'd like to ask.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. There was.
But he's never stopped saying it, that what the country needs is a revolution.
Don't worry. I'm coming. Was there a time Sunday Igboho read the secessionist address before the camera, where he brought out all the apparatus of state authority? He brought out the Fadaka, which is the currency of Oduduwa Republic, the passport, everything. Was there a time such a thing happened? The answer is yes, capital yes. Now, where is the position of their matter now? The two of them, where? Sunday Igboho is a free man. He's enjoying himself in Germany now, after he was released from Republic of Benin. Showore is now a free man. But Nnamdi Kanu, whom the court, he has gone through all the court processes from the beginning to the end, up to Supreme Court, and they have said this man have no case to answer. Up till now, he's still in detention.
So, Barrister Dante, that brings me to that case of burning the Nigerian flag yesterday. You said that case was a treasonable case, right?
Yes.
So, why has, if you were, ideally, we would have heard that the GSS would have called on some people by now and asked them questions and probably made arrest or look for the people who did this.
I just mentioned this other two from the southwest. The one in the north, the examples is the avalanche of examples that people have committed a treasonable felony in this country.
So is that you also accepting that Nnamdi Kanu also committed a treasonable, offense? Which
court have not looked in that matter? Which court to convicted him of that? Precious. Which court to convicted Nnamdi Kanu? The erudite Michael Zokome went to court.
Because you're trying to compare his case to that of others who have treasonable offense.
All the 15 count charge had been knocked off before the court. They even said that the rendition from Kenya, we don't have any law to even prosecute that matter. That you people made a mistake, you should apologize to him. Up till now, the man is still in detention. And you're expecting his people to be happy when those who have done worse things are moving around. Pressure, they are even committing more. People that have slaughtered today now, they said they went to Benue again and did their usual thing, Fulani herdsmen today in Benue. Yet the young man is still in detention after the court have said release him. And you're expecting his people to be happy. You want his people to believe that we are one Nigeria. Don't look at that. Of course, it is the right of the federal government to enter nolly prosecute in any criminal trial against anybody. They can enter into it anytime, any period of the matter. Before it doesn't matter. That's what the Attorney General just entered in the case of Showore. The matter is over. It's over.
All right. Speaking about that case in Benue State, we hear that about that many are feared dead as suspected herdsmen attack Benue community. The news order says that several people have been feared dead and many others injured after suspected herdsmen attacked the Adija community in Ubukbu, Apa, local government area of Benue State. The incident, which reportedly happened today, Thursday afternoon, has caused residents to flee to neighboring villages. The attackers were said to have stormed the village, which is located a few kilometers away from the Otukpo Owetu Road, and opened fire on residents, killing an unspecified number of villagers. The number of casualties was yet to be ascertained at the time the report was filed. So, yes, it's true that a thing like that just happened in Benue State.
Please tell me, Precious, is there any time any member of IPOB went to any village either in the southeast?
Even though some reports have it that people that were killed were about 4 people and others injured.
They won't give you the real number. Or any other part of Nigeria and go and start shooting people. I mean IPOB. Anytime they have gone to any part and start killing people, even subdue and decimate an entire village. By the way, why is this killing going on? Precious, please, maybe I don't know. You know, I didn't go to school. Help me. Why are these people killing innocent villagers in the north? Can you tell me? Do you have an idea?
No, sir.
And the federal government does not even have an idea. Every time, routinely, they just wake up, storm a village, finish them, and disappear. No arrest, nothing. After a few nights, they will wait 1 week or 2 weeks after, they will go back again and finish work they started. Just like that, every day, every week, every month. And you and I know the people doing all these things. They have been identified, yet they cannot be arrested. That is one Nigeria, Pressure. That is one Nigeria we are in. And you want people to be happy. How can there be peace where there is no justice? Mention anywhere in the world. Where? As I speak to you now, some people are doing something in Imo State. There is a media blackout in what is going on, especially in Hope Uzodinma's local government. There is no young man there today. Precious, there is no young man in that community, that local government, Omoma. No young man there. As I talk to you now.
And you cannot say there won't be a single young man in
I said there is none. All of them have either left town or they are inside the bush. I am telling you, because if you are seeing, it will shoot aside. There are media blackout in what is going on there. Over what? What is the problem in Imo State? What happened in Imo State? Since Hope Uzodinma came there, we have had several governors in Imo State. We didn't hear this type of thing. What exactly is anybody looking for in Imo State? Nobody has answered that question. Tomorrow now they will say it's IPOB. I don't know when Igbo started killing themselves. The other day you saw when trailer load of some people landed in Imo. Up to today, did you hear any other thing? Did you hear any other news about that development? The security, apart from the police spokesman who acknowledged it, is there any other thing you had? Nothing. Precious, nothing. And you are telling me that when they start their state security, whatever, state police, they will stop distributing terrorists all over Nigeria, Abi? It will stop, Abi. I want to see.
Okay, so Barrister Darlington, very quickly before we get into these other conversations, do you think it is a thing, it is necessary to stop sports betting in Nigeria? Because the federal government is saying that they're making moves to stop sport betting because of the amount of money that Nigerian youths, put in it. So they said $975 million is spent daily on sports betting. And they said at least 65 million Nigerians engage in betting, spending an average of $15 daily, spending an estimated amount of $975 million daily on online sports betting. And recall that a lot of people have called in here to, say that sports betting is almost killing them and ruining their lives. Some people have died because they lost monies they even borrowed from the bets from sports betting. So do you think it's apt for federal government to just ban it and do away with it?
It is neither here nor there.
Okay, so
the people that have gained from it,
okay, so while yet it is neither here nor there, I don't know if you understand, if you follow the drama that is going on in Rivers State. There's a little drama today that played out during the meeting by the president with the 36 states governors about where they concluded on having state policing, right? So Shetima did something, the vice president. He did ask the River State Governor Siminalayi Fubara to greet, go greet your guy. great some wiki. So it looks like all is still not very well between them. But before I go to that conversation, Barrister Darlington, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party LP in 2023 general election, Peter Obi, has said an external auditor has been contracted to examine his party's accounts.
Good.
So the national treasurer of the party Monday had accused Julius Abure, national chairman of the party, of misappropriating 3.5 billion naira, part of funds that were raised for that for the campaign, or Peter Obi's campaign. In response to the allegation during a press briefing in Abuja Wednesday, the party suspended Opara, that is Oluchi Opara, who raised the alarm, claiming she was being influenced by external forces intend to destroy the party. Also, Abure had vowed to institute legal action against Opera for defaming his person. However, reacting to the development in a press conference today, Thursday, Peter Obi had said in a press conference that we will account for everything. His words: we will account for everything now that we have an independent person who will tell us which way forward. Obi, who was accompanied by a member of his 2023 campaign team, Aisha Yusufu, said, "I'm not involved in the party's management and the campaign accounts. The money people gave me during the election was paid into one account or the other, which was properly managed because I knew there'll be days like this. I assure you, we will account for everything. For the party issue, for now, we have an independent person who will tell us which way forward. That's why I'm calling on every member of the public with leads to where these millions and billions were paid to come forward. Let's see it."
Please let me ask you, Precious.
Okay, sir.
Is it possible that 3.5 billion naira was made from sale of forms in Labour Party?
Forms? I thought the money we're talking about were part of donations, especially diaspora donations.
No, the what's it called? The treasurer is saying these are.
How much did Labour Party even sell their forms? They were not the parties that sold plenty money. Were the one they were, Labour Party didn't see themselves coming. Really, that's what it looked like. But I can't tell. Anyway, I'm not a member of Labour Party.
So no, it's not possible. They can't make such an amount from selling forms. It's not possible. That is why I am suspecting a foul play. In the first place, all the other parties and all that, who is asking them to account for their own money? Why is this everything all about Labour Party? Why? Please, APC have their that account to Nigeria, not to talk of their own party account. Can somebody call them to do the same thing? Precious, can somebody call APC to show example? Let them tell us how they have been getting money for their campaign and everything. Can't they do that? Everything Labour Party because of P2B. They are just looking for a way to dent this man's image. That is all. If not, why can't you start from the other traditional party? Because
is there anything really wrong in calling for accountability?
No, nothing wrong, but we should start from the beginning. We should begin from the beginning. That's what I'm saying. Not only Labour Party. I was thinking that whoever is saying all this, they say, okay, Labour Party or APC or PDP or Showore Party, all of you, whether it is one another, want to see your account books. Is that not the problem? Why must you make a Labour Party a scapegoat?
All right, Lagos phone lines are open. Barrister Darlington, let's begin to take calls. Nigerians are waiting to jump in on this conversation.
Anyway, don't worry.
We mentioned that parliamentary thing yesterday.
We didn't discuss it fully.
You chimed on it yesterday, and I thought you were done.
No.
Okay, so just mention something on it.
Precious,
sir?
It's not about the nomenclature. It's about the persons. That is all. We have tried it in the First Republic. The military truncated it. That is why I told you that it was only in the First Republic that we had the politicians. And do you know why the parliamentary system will work better? At that level, the stealing of money may not be as much as it is in the presidential.
Why?
Yes, because look at it this way. If you are elected as a prime minister, it is your party and it is at the parliamentary level. Not this one that the whole country will come and everybody will line up. They'll be doing all sorts of things because they want to elect a president. And the moment a majority party is in the house. That party now control the government. So you, who was elected under the other party, will just resign. You will leave office automatically. Nobody will tell you. Like now, if Tinubu was elected under APC, and at the National Assembly, PDP are more in a majority, what do you think will happen? He will resign. PDP had to appoint their own person who will become a prime minister.
Barrister Darlington, and you think that some of those PDP people will not port to APC just to let me not say.
Is that not what I'm telling you?
That's what I'm saying. And you're saying you think that some of those PDP people will not port to. Is it port now? How do people call it? There is a name you will give it. Sorry, I'm not a politician. So you think that they will not shift base to APC because we've seen these people shift base several times. You think that's not a thing?
You have forgotten that there will be election, and if you did not perform, the people are going to be angry. They will register their anger during the votes. So you wouldn't want to leave office in a disgraceful manner. So you'll be forced to perform. That is it. That is why the British model is working. Did you see how the prime ministers were leaving office? Whenever there is any infraction, they don't even accept to sorry. Because they know if they don't, the people are waiting for them at the booth.
Barrister Darlington, my phone lines are ringing. Let's quickly rush and pick calls. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Sister P. Good evening,
sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Darlington. This is Opel calling you from Shasha Axis.
You're welcome. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, let me start. Hello? Please, I want to start from another question that Mr. Darlington asked you. Please, I want to ask, why these people, why are they killing people? Why are they killing communities? Please, I want to repeat that question again. Why are they killing?
Oh, seriously, it's very, very embarrassing. I don't know.
Because I want to add my voice to ask that same question. Why are they killing innocent people? Why are they killing?
And government is keeping quiet. That's even the most annoying part of it. Government is keeping quiet.
That is aside. People are burning Nigeria flags. Why didn't they burn Nigeria flag when Buhari was there? They not burn, but they not burn Nigeria flag then. And people are saying that they are the one holding their boys. They are the one calming their boys down. We would not have boys now to calm down. In my side, in my axis, in my state, in my community, we don't have boys that will calm down. We don't have them. It's only them that have boys that they used to calm down. They should stop all these things they are doing. It will never work for them. Let me tell you one thing. Until an Igbo man take his rightful place in this country, Nigeria will never move forward. Let me tell you, I've been nursing it. I've been hearing it. I've been nursing it to tell you this word. If they did not give an Igbo man his rightful position in Nigeria, forget it. It's like somebody that run to the bush with his back. He will jump tree. You will jump tree. If you run to the bush with your back, you must jump tree.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Just like they would also give an Igbo man, every other tribe also deserves a right to what is their right to. Should everybody will get their right at the end of the day.
All right.
From HRH, His Royal Highness BC Woko says, whatever government the House of Representatives is proposing will never make any difference. It will be the same old politicians that will be in the government, and I don't see any magic happening. And for what Alhaji Atiku Abubakar said about the president, he is very correct, and it is crystal clear that the president has lost has lost the miracle. Abi has lost the need to do miracles.
There was no miracle before.
I think that. And then this message says, Madam Precious, my name is Tony from Ikeja. Protest was staged in Shangota today. Let me tell you, they'll push people to the wall. They have no solution to Nigeria's problems, but desperate to rule and get power. Our local Let's okay, you said a lot. I probably would rest my case here. And then Shola says, good evening, darling and precious. We talk politics, but we don't study politics in Nigeria. Do our political leaders have capability and ability to rule and lead this country? That's what makes this country to be where it is today. No roadmap for good governance. The one on assembly they do basic degree self on a house of
I wonder. They say education does not matter. Yes.
Why are you doing like this now? So how they want you to study the politics again now?
No, let us close down our universities now.
Since the announcement of subsidy removal by the president in May 2023, the economy has been getting worse minute per minute. The solution to the economy is to revert the pump price to where it was before. Stephen Akimbisola from Ijego sent in that message. And he did say, dear precious, good evening. I totally agree with the Sultan of Sokoto. If only Tinubu will be brave enough to tackle insecurity heads on, there will be food for our families rather than the constant kidnapping and killings that's been unabated for over a decade now. Naira is now 1,600 away. It's the worst so far. And what solutions are they bringing on board to address this one? Meanwhile, the IMF and World Bank are saying something different, that he's doing good even in the face of the harsh economic hardships that Nigerians are going through. It is well. Hello, good evening to you.
Good evening,
sir.
Good evening to you guys.
Good evening.
My name is XYZ.
Mr. ABC, where have you been?
XYZ.
I've just been away for a while.
All right, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I just want to say one or two things. First, on the settlement party, I will not a big deal for someone to account for. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. It's not a big deal for someone to do accounts. At least they say charity begins at home. Which the rule normally people will normally do it, so that people will know that the account is straight. I'm a party member. I'm a full party member of Labour Party. Sometimes all these things we're calling APC might not be APC. It's just a house problem. That's the grace of God in tackle it. Like our leader said, we now have a neutral person that sees to it. Then coming to the killing in this country, the way and manner they are killing, when you even arrest someone that killed, before someone will just make a call and the person will just leave the person immediately. One part of the country is being sided, is being sponsored by some group of people, which I don't even know, or I don't want to mention their names. The killing is abolished. The way they are killing people and the government is keeping mute about it is not even good at all. Coming to the hardship in the country, this care is not taken. Between now and 6 months, I don't think there will be a president in this country, because the way people will vote, it will
we will always have a president. Okay, you will not use this medium to say that. Come and be going XYZ. Thank you. Bye. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Please, you guys, just stick to it, please. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello. Good evening.
Please help me turn off the volume of your listening device, please. Thank you. Hello. Have you turned it off? All right. When you do, please call us back. Let me run through some messages very quickly. Adeyemi Kamara from Satellite Town says the treasurer of the Labour Party has been suspended for asking National Chairman of Labour Party Aburi, who refused to account for over 3.5 billion public funds for campaign. And then you said what again? Betta Idu was accused of paying 300 million to private accounts. Those emergency lovers of Nigeria call for her suspension. Abure should be the one suspended. Labour Party is more corrupt than PDP combined together. PDP and APC combined together. Right. And he says, good evening, Precious. You're doing great job. One thing that got me listening to this program is your voice. Anyway, this voice is already crooked and hoaxed. So to be honest, I kept asking myself why we keep talking about Nigeria problems and nothing is done about it. Unfortunately, we will keep talking. So the job is to keep talking about it. I see, I don't believe that we should be discouraged about country. First of all, if you're discouraged, what will we not do? You not sell yourself to another country. So we do not have another country to call ours. We will keep doing the job. If you thought that, or probably think that talking doesn't solve any problem or hasn't made any change, look at fallout of what happened during the election. Even if nothing happened, the fact that there was awareness, especially largely among the youths, the fact that youths now knew there were not many people playing football on the streets of Nigeria on an election day. People were even begging people to go and collect PVC so they would vote. There was that awareness, and this starts gradually. That's how change starts, gradually, and people will build the consciousness. You don't give up, because if you give up, your kukuma, those people that you said are not doing well, you're giving them the power to kukuma carry you and buy you wholesale. So you cannot give up, and that's the thing. So if you now give up, what will not happen? You will sell your portion of Nigeria and leave. And then what happens to the rest of people? It doesn't work that way. So I believe that with continuous consciousness building and sensitization, we will get it right. No country has it all figured out, or no country even had it figured out from the beginning. Every country is still a work in progress, and I do believe we'll get there. This here says, my name is Biz Size from Ijaniki. Precious, you and my wonderful barrister, we are talking about dollar. As of today, Sefa now traded for Sefa for 2,565 to 1,000 Sefa. I don't get it.
Okay,
2,565 naira to 1 Sefa against the naira. Maybe the whole country should. He said what? He said maybe the whole country should start fasting right now so that we can get it right. Oh my goodness, are you serious?
I'm telling
Sefa.
I told you what.
Sefa, the Nigerian naira was bigger than. It's not bigger than us. As in 1,000 Sefa is now 2,550. Are you serious? Oh wow. Prince Ayotek says, good evening, Precious and Darlington. I told people that the APC government have, mark my words, before April this year, Nigeria dollar will get to 2,000 naira. It no go work in Jesus' name. Look at the rate of inflation in the country right now. What is the hope of the common man in Nigeria? Let them tackle the issues of insecurity, bandit and headsmen with Boko Haram, so that farmers can go back to farm. They are giving us empty promises. How long will it take them to fix this country? Just like one who takes 7 years to prepare for madness. And when you go Konkokuma mad be that now. All right. And then this here says, Adebo Igadidiji says, I remember sometime ago when Omoyele Shawari made mention of revolution. Many political analysts on radio, TV station, media, condemned his call for revolution. The call created a lot of tension. People came up with different meanings, perspective, narrative to the call. Some said, God forbid. Omoyele was highly criticized, condemned, and for making that statement. Protests has started, and more protests will be happening now in Nigeria. Well, you said a lot. I appreciate you. And this here says, I watched your VOP program, absolutely on point. He said, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, all right. I would like to be sure of exactly what you're saying. So he said, this has hit the fan. Time for one bed dance is over. He told Nigerians that Buhari has done well and that he will start from where Buhari stopped. So how market, Oga? The Guinness World Record fuel subsidy remover. Things don't choke and ground don't be hot. Oga Buhari choose London for a getaway. Oga Bola Ahmed Tinubu can't even choose France for his own getaway. Please, all right. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hello, good evening to you. Hello. No, please help me turn up the volume of your radio set.
Good evening.
Thank you. Welcome.
I really appreciate this. Is Mr. Emmanuel Egwuatu talking from Ijebu, the area of Ijebu.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
Mr. Darlington, I greet you.
Good evening, my brother.
Yeah, please, thank you. God will continue to bless you. I really make this VOP to be an interesting station. Even people right from my office and my area, everybody is just listening. They might not contribute, but everybody is listening to VOP.
Are you serious?
You just really make it. I'm telling you the truth. You made us to know what is really happening in Nigeria. As if sometimes you are even among them when they are discussing some issues or something like that. We appreciate you, sir, for that.
Thanks a lot.
You people were even saying that dollar is the 1,600. I've forgotten that it has even skipped out from 1,000. So it was dollar. My friend spent $3,000 to buy this evening with his phone. So I asked the man, 1,630 naira. This is confirmation.
No. You don't enter
1,630 naira.
Of course.
You know, a lot of products, a lot of importers, they have even locked up their goods in the warehouse because it's madness. How can a country be going like this? You say one naira something today, tomorrow is 2 naira. Say 2 naira, tomorrow is 3 naira. It's madness. Look at instruments they use in building. It's 8,000 something. A ton of fraud that was sold January 530,000, where everybody is complaining. It's now 950,000. Go and confirm. A ton of fraud for building house. Ordinary super pack of Indomie I went to buy 2 weeks ago, 8,500 naira. I went there for it today. I packed in front of the bucket. People should bring it. I want to go. The guy said, cool down, don't rush. I said, give me, take your 8,500. He said, no, it's 11,500. Ordinary super pack Indomie, ordinary noodles. You can see what is happening now. And which kind of madness are we in this country? It's too much now. It's too much. Is it when everybody die for hunger that they will know what is happening? Look at what they show in social media, where they are sharing bread or something like that, and they are flogging people. It's on air.
Oh, you saw that video too, right? Where they were giving bread. I think that's somewhere in Lagos Island, right? They were giving bread.
Yeah.
I don't know who was, but people refuse to queue up now. People would refuse to queue up. You know, Nigerians now. People said they were crowding the place up instead of queuing up.
You can imagine the way the hunger has. The extent the hunger has reached. Which kind of something is this? A human being?
That's very pitiful. Like because of food.
Please God continue to bless you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling. All right. Okay, so let me run through some messages. Lots of messages on YouTube. Oops. Okay, Emmanuel Odu, where is Mr. D? He's here. Ike Chuku, pretty precious. How are you? ID can't be. Chilled Powder say hello to our beautiful auntie. Okay, let me just go straight to those who are already commenting on the conversation. Chilled Powder say Nnamdi Kanu is still there because he is Igbo, and he says if an Igbo person burnt Nigerian flag, now the DSS would have picked the person up ASAP, but that's not happening now. Madi P says Nigeria is a game. Well, Ken Ezike says they can regulate by enforcing age limits for sports betting and sachet drinks. The sachet drink touch on that too, okay. And then Madi P says do something about it. No talk. You are doing anything. Ancilla Domino says Mr. Darlington is very wise and intelligent man. Amaechi Nwachukwu says President Tinubu and APC. I forgot what he said here. True man think was as precious. I'm in love with who? Okay. Okay. I know it's not me. Okay, say hope Darlington will not be jealous. No. Don't even be in love. Don't bother. This is one chance love. If you say Madam Precious, I remember when dollar was 1,300. You said in Jesus' name it won't get to 1,500. Now it's 1,600. You said in Jesus' name it won't get to 2,000. My dear brother, I should not have faith that is even as little as the mustard seed. He said pounds is now 1,977. Pounds even hits 2,000. Or guy, you don't know what's going on. Pounds hit 2,000 plus. Hello, good evening. Good evening. Hello, are you there? Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening and welcome. What's your name, Sam? Where are you calling from?
I'm Gordon by name, calling from France.
You're welcome. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
I'm the man in this station. He's doing a very good job.
Thank you.
God bless you, sir.
Thank you, my brother.
Sorry. What I see in Nigeria, I did not blame people that did not vote for Tinubu. I'm happy for the people that are also experiencing the thing that what Nigeria is facing at the moment. Vote for him. They believe other party they are not okay. For what you were asking and the gentleman the station concerning the Labour Party, I believe we just in probably between other party trying to scatter the Labour Party because of they don't like Obi. Because to we, the ordinary citizen that is looking, we don't really know what is happening. Then the caucus know much better than every other citizen out there. Because when citizens rise up to ask, they quickly send the military to go and destroy them, to kill them, to shoot them. But when the thief, like the one that is the northerner that is killing the northerner, the emir is not saying that to say anything. The government is not saying that to say something. But when the Biafra or the southerner say anything, they want to quench them, they want to destroy them, tell them that what they are saying is wrong. Which I've never seen a country where citizens cannot say something without for the city and the country to and say, okay, let's know why the people are agitating, let's know the problem. They will use police, and even the police, later they will be to cry that why would these people not fight for us? And when they fight for it's very wrong. It's very wrong. Nigerian government doesn't think about the citizens. They think about just only their pocket, which is very wrong. Without you thinking about the people, tomorrow when there's election, you think about them. Come and vote for us. Come and vote for us. When they not come out, you look for people that will come out and thumbprint, go and buy them, set the vote for them. Like what Lagos government is doing is wrong. You cannot give market women 50,000 naira, and others are hungry. It's not possible. Because when you create an enablement of good work, there will be a benefit for the citizens.
All right, I appreciate it.
The citizen will benefit.
Yes.
Anyway, thank you. My first time calling.
Thank you.
Thank you for the
calling. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Hey, where do we start from, Bresta Darlington? Our messages are so much. All right. This message here says, Precious, Nigerians are still eating leaves. Very soon, the leaves will dry up. The most hated and marginalized region have figured out a way to survive hardship in Nigeria. He's not up to 1 year of office, and they said rates feeding in. They started feeding in leaves. When they do enter dance, they do enter body wella around 3 years time, then we will start to eat waiting again. I don't know. Wrong election, vote for wrong. Election have consequences. Better. That's what you said. All right. I appreciate you. Okay. And then this here says, that's Nana from Mukafa says, for me, I'm not surprised that things are the way it is in Nigeria, but I would have been surprised if things are not like this. Okay. I rest my case.
They should have surprised us.
Emperor says, greetings everybody. Holding brief or supporting this government should go check himself. Like $1 is now 1,600. Where is the money they borrowed to help bring down the dollar? That one that we use our oil to pay for.
I wonder.
Import duty is killing our companies. 1 kg of gas is now 1,300. Last year they set up committee to help bring the price down. Then we used to buy it below 1,000. The president's forced. Okay, all right. I rest my case. Emperor, I see your message. Thank you so much. Hello, good evening. Hello.
Yeah, good evening. Richard from Germany. Good evening, my people.
Welcome.
Darlington, please. That Igbo man, that Igbo chief that just said if Lagos state government cannot protect Igbo people and their property in Lagos and let IPOB come and guide them. I think he's still in detention, right?
Yes, he's still there.
Just to say, if the government of Lagos State cannot protect Igbo people and their property, let IPOB come. This man is still in detention, okay? And we are in one Nigeria. Sheikh Gumi has been visiting terrorists in their camps, telling Nigeria government, don't bomb them. They are this and that. Nobody has arrested Sheikh Gumi, but this man is languishing in Nigerian cell. Just to mention IPOB. Look, today 500 Boko Haram terrorists were released, 500 of them, and many are still going to be released. The governor said because they swore on Quran that they are not going to commit crime again. This is Nigeria. While thousands of Igbo young men, just because they were carrying Biafran flag, are still languishing in Nigerian cells. They didn't kill anybody, just they had Biafran flag and caps and t-shirts. They are languishing in Nigerian cell. This is one Nigeria for you, Mr. Darrington, right? Yes. This is one Nigeria for you, right? Look, let me tell you, what do you call here? Under weekend, IPOB members, Igbo young youths were massacred in Obigbo. And he accused them of doing this and doing that during the NSAS. As we speak, more than 1,500 Igbo girls and boys are languishing across Nigerian cells because of Wike was looking to become president of Nigeria. Yeah. What happened to Wike? What happened to Wike? Look, I lost two of my relatives in Obigbo. They were in their shops. Wike did what Wike did in Obigbo to Igbo people. Wike is an Igbo person. Ikwere is Igbo. Wike is Igbo. What he did to his fellow Igbo people in Ikwere, in Obigbo, only God will judge him.
All right, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You've said what you have to say. Barrister, please, what happens to rice meal commission somewhere in Ikorodu last year?
Yes,
may I know how many tons of rice we've milled so far since it was commissioned? Barrister, what happened? They don't ask you that question like 55 times. See, that rice meal, you know, see, now you be the information minister. Emperor from Okafor says, good evening, Madam President. It's certain that some set of people are untouched when they commit a crime in this country. Imagine if the crime of burning a country's flag was done in the West or in the East. By now, all the security apparatus will be out in full force to fish out the perpetrators and punish them. But this case, nothing has happened. You want to convince me that everything is still okay? That's what you said. Okay, you sent a voice note, but it's more than 1 minute, so I can't take it. This here then says, good evening, Miss P and Barrister Darlington. Tinubu's government is laughing at the citizens when we call and say this issue. Some people will say we are too emotional. Our hope is renewing. Victor from Mafoluko. Victor, nobody is laughing, I can assure you. Tony Anili from Ijegemo says, did I hear you mention Medicare as ranking second to food inflation among items that took center stage in our list? Medicare, I carry first. He said, if not, please, what is such? Do you know that the people are already dropping dead while walking on the street, either as a result of hunger or unaffordable drugs for survival? The fact remains that those managing the economy seem to be like they don't know much about the economy. Only sound in theories and grammar, which defiles local solution. Nigerians are sick and tired. We will do this and we will do that. We will do that. I assure you, policy statements that do not materialize to reality. Yet, President Tinubu's government will always promise. Okay, what is that one? Let
your mind they come down
till thy kingdom come.
Yes.
What is that? Okay, let your mind come down till the kingdom come. Okay, Osas from Italy says. So let me quickly take this message from Osas. He says Atiku was being very kind when he made that statement. I will classify Tinubu as an. Okay, let me let you continue.
Precious.
Let me leave Osas, sir.
Let me shock you. Do you know that the only syringe making factory in Nigeria has closed down? I said
my former governor Amechi built a syringe company.
I said the only one, it has closed down. Just imagine the impact on our Medicare.
So Chubika Amechi had built the syringe factory this dispensable syringe that's what did. You may ask that did Wike continue with his legacies? The thing about government being a continuum without animosity. And the syringe was so nice because you use it once and you can't use it again. So it was this kind of syringe that you use once and you can't use it. The only one,
and that business is for experts. You have to be very careful because this is something that goes inside the human body. Is the top hygienic standard. The only one that does it in Nigeria has closed down. Precious, imagine the impact when you go to hospital now. Imagine the impact. And you know that with this weather now, you don't need to be told the health implication. Just go to any of our general hospitals. That is where you will see the result of this bad weather. I'm telling you. You won't know anything that until you go to general hospital. Don't go to private hospital or go to general hospital. Then you now see cases that will make you shed tears. Where human beings have been concerned like dustbin, nobody, because there are cases. How many will you attend to? People are lying on the floor, at the corridor, everywhere, just littered, just seeking for medical attention because there are no doctors. How many will a doctor attend in a day? Precious. Precious. You mean if you grow up in this environment, you will become normal as a human being? No, hold on. If you grow up in this environment, this harsh environment, how can you make sense out of somebody's life? And you are blaming people for misbehaving. Is it not where they were groomed? How can you grow up in this hell and you want to go to heaven? It's not possible. You are going to return this wickedness to the society. That's the truth. So when America is introducing social welfare for their people, you think they don't know what they're saying, and that's the seat of capitalism. Do you know the impact it will have on your life? If you have 3 square meals a day, at least you know where your next meal is coming from. Crime rate will reduce. People will not be thinking of so much evil. There is nothing we have not advised this government. They just want to do their own. It's not as if this thing it cannot be done. Pressure, do you know that 10 people in Nigeria, if you gather the money they have stolen from us, dollar will come down to 200 naira to $1. Are you aware? If you gather the money, the money, the pound sterling, the dollar, all the currency they have stolen from us, if you bring it back today into this country, the rate of it will drop automatically. Our foreign reserve will go up. This money are in the hands of people who have become so powerful, more powerful than Nigeria. And the federal government is aware. They know them. They have all their names. Yet nobody can talk to them. Precious. You imagine what will happen if these people, with all the money they have, they can in fact they can mess up this country. That is why no nation in the world allows an individual to be more powerful than the country. Go and check. America, with all the biggest economy in the whole world, you can't even try it. Bill Gates wanted to be a monopoly with his computer. They say no, you cannot be controlling both the hardware and the software. They had to break it. In Nigeria, we have people that have become so powerful. Even when you saw what they are doing, even when security, police, everybody saw what that, nobody will talk. Is that a country? Please, somebody should answer me. Is that mention any country that developed through such? Where you have people that have become not even more powerful than their locality, their family or whatever. The country. Precious, the country. That is why we are afraid of naming those who are causing insecurity in Nigeria. Whose names have been given to us. Because they are so powerful. Is that not the only reason? Precious, is that not the only reason? And we are here pretending that paradise is. How can paradise come in insecurity? How can paradise come in hell? How? That is why the world has been divided into hell and heaven. How can paradise come in hell? It's not possible.
All right. Thank you, President. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello.
Yes, good evening and welcome.
Yes. Brother, I need to speak to you.
What is your name? What is your name, sir? And where are you coming from?
My name is Salah.
Okay, go ahead.
I just want to ask. There's something I asked today about this let's start 11,000. I mean that there's 7,700. I don't know how when I become from. You had anything about that? Then I would just want to what you just said about the issues in the north. That this
So your line is not clear. Your line is not clear, so we can't even understand you. So we don't dwell on it unnecessarily. Sorry, apologies. You can try to reach us back.
Call back. The line is bad.
And this message says, "Good evening, Winnie and Barrister Darlington. I don't understand what your first caller was talking about. Nobody would give anybody power. How will Igbo person take his rightful place?" Okay, he says, "Please, the media inadvertently are the mouthpiece of these people. Let them give us the success of your what? I'm not saying that. Good evening, precious. Let's brace up because dollar is going to lie. No go to 2K in a few months. Both the CBN governor and these ministers. I wonder which one is doing anything right. Chris from Ikeja, he no go anywhere. He need a reach. In fact, let me take break and go to step down. Guys, let's go to our step down conversation. So on a step down, Barrister Darlington, do you think it's only women that should study gynecology? Because a lot of women have came out in the past to give their testimonies or probably confessions of how they were molested by doctors, mostly male gynecologists. So do you agree that only women should study? I mean, it is a study of the body of the woman's body. So
anatomy.
Should it not be studied by women alone? Should it be studied by men too? Okay, that's the question that we're asking, and I'll read out all of those, comments that were made and personal experiences that were relayed in that conversation after the break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Listen to hot critical analysis and top trending topics of the day. Join Precious, Monday to Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. on The Evening Rush.
So some weeks ago, someone tweeted and said that only women should be allowed to study gynecology. Actually, only women should be gynecologists. And in case you're wondering what gynecologist is, I mean, a gynecologist is, a person who takes care of, who studies the futures of the woman, especially as it's got to do with her reproductive futures. So let's just make it simplified in that way so you understand. And then a lot of people came out, with their testimonies. Some says, honestly, I agree with you. Last time I went to see a gynecologist and it happened to be a male, he told me that my clit is nice, and I didn't even know how to react, whether I should say thank you or not. And then another one says, my cousin was in Yaba Military Hospital 2018, and doctor who was examining her asked me to leave. She was too sick. They used a curtain to cover her section. I was worried as she was taking time too much. And then I got uncomfortable, opened the stuff, that is curtain, with speed. And he said the guy was fingering my sister, my very weak cousin, who just had an appendix surgery. That's an appendicectomy, right? Another one says, I honestly agree with you. Last time, in fact, there were lots of confessions, Barrister Darlington. One says, that same week, the lady who said that same week she went to a dentist because she had a tooth issue, because the person who was making love, instead of the doctor to attend to her, he was making love advances at her, even not undermining the fact that she was too sick to do so. Now there's a particular, I wanted to say a famous doctor that's had some scandal issue at taking a friend of mine that's very close to me for a pap smear in that place. And she also told me how the doctor commended her body. You mean you've had 5 children? Your hair is very nice. Barrister Darlington, do we think that there are some things that should be, some courses, especially in medicine, that should be exclusive reserved to particular genders?
Not really.
A particular gender?
No, not really. The world has moved on. If you go to all these Arabian countries, that is where this type of thing is strictly observed. A typical Muslim man would not allow you to touch her wife. Never. That is why they employ female doctors from Europe, America, to come and attend to their female.
Even you remember the one that happened in Nigeria here, where the man divorced the lady.
Wife, because the
young lady, by the way, the teenage wife, because she allowed a male doctor to deliver her of the child.
Exactly. So what happened is that if you look at the older doctors, they are not moved by this type of.
Who are really the older doctors?
Yes,
here?
those. Yeah.
But Mr. Darlington, you don't want to know what women have gone through. Even I have had experiences.
No,
so these are things that one cannot even say.
My dear, let me tell you. If a doctor is coming to work and he had taken care of his sexual need at home, it will be difficult for him to come and how many are you going to? I mean, are you on Viagra? That is why when you have done what you need to do at home with your wife, you may not be having that urge. You've seen every woman. It's not possible.
All right, Lagos, let's open the phone lines. Let's have you jumping on the conversation. So if you're a woman, I really would love to hear from you. Do you think that gynecology should be a course or an aspect of medicine that should be exclusive preserved for females alone?
It is not.
And if you've had any experience, I'd like to know. If you're a man and you've also had an experience by a female doctor, please by all means let us know. Hello, good evening to you.
Yeah, hello, Precious. Good evening.
Oh, Mazi Tony Chukodi. Good evening and welcome.
Yeah, it seems my call. I wanted to say something before, but it's better we go to another meeting. Good evening.
Good evening, Tony. How are you doing?
I'm good. So, Precious.
Sir?
Nothing happens in Nigeria.
That's where
all these things happen in Nigeria. Elsewhere, they will go to prison and their license will be revoked.
Exactly. It's a big issue. You are right. Very, very big issue.
All those nonsense happen in Africa.
It happens plenty. In fact, they are underreported. If you know the way they happen. So where are laws? But it's you're a lawyer. I mean, are there laws that should actually come?
There are.
So is it that the laws are not in use?
We have.
So why are these laws effective in other countries than in Nigeria?
People are sleeping on their rights. Some people, they are sedated. At times they are hypnotized. They don't even know what is going on.
Oh, you heard about a particular doctor that went viral. That they said he was alleged he sedated his what do they call it?
The patient will not know what happened until the man is done.
But they're fully awake. They're fully awake, but they're really not in control of themselves.
That's what I'm telling you now. When you are under such a condition, you won't know until the man is done. But why can't you pick up courage and do something?
All right.
That's the issue.
Tony, I'm sorry, please go ahead.
Yeah, such a thing is when I said you spend the time in jail. There are so many things that is happening in Nigeria. Let me say it here. Every single law that you see that is in the Western world, Nigeria has the same law.
Yeah, right.
It's only that they intimidate the people. The law that is supposed to protect them is intimidating them and bullying them. And the people that are bullying them is part of the people who are the law, which is the police. So it's not that the law doesn't, they don't have the same thing in Nigeria. They have everything and the same thing in Nigeria, just as Mr. Darlington said. So they know that what they are doing, just like, you know that in the Western world, that you're a lecturer, you do not even, or a teacher, or somebody teaching, no matter what you are teaching, as an instructor, even drivers, an instructor, a trainee, as long as you are training somebody, you have no right to date that person.
Yes. It's against the law over there. It's against.
Do you know that as a taxi driver, you have no right to talk to start toasting your passenger?
Yes, because you are taking advantage of that person. That's the way they will look at it.
Right.
So do you want me to start counting? So there are so many things that is going on in Nigeria. The main thing, how to summarize it, is that the law that is supposed to protect them is intimidating them.
So you're not of the opinion that there should be any field in medicine that should be exclusively reserved for any gender, but you're saying that let's put the laws to work.
Yes,
that's what you're saying.
Yeah, that is why the law is put there, because they know that temptations will come.
Okay, if you are talking of the gynecology, what of those men that are dressing the hair or painting the women's nails? Are they not doing the same thing? Or even the ones that are doing the gym? Do you want us to start talk?
I'm telling you. You
keep quiet. You are cold.
I'm not saying it.
It's about making use of the laws.
Yes.
Precious.
Yes, please. Thank you, Mr. Tony Chigudi. I appreciate it.
In the West, especially in the US, do you know that doctors, there are those who practice medical law. They are walking around all these big hospitals. Whenever you come out as a patient, were you treated well? Madam, how were you treated? Is there any problem? What did the doctor tell you? Lawyers should be asking you.
All right, let's take a few more calls. Hello, good evening to you.
They'll be locking around.
Hi, Precious.
Yes, please.
Yeah, this is Remy. Good evening.
Hi, Remy. You're welcome. Go ahead.
Remy, how are you?
I'm fine. Thank you. It won't make any sense to limit gynecology to just a particular gender.
It's not.
We have enough women.
Gynecologists. We have a lot of fine male gynecologists.
You said what?
I said we have a lot of fantastic male gynecologists. That is men who really know their job. Go ahead.
Good. And people will choose to be perverts if they choose to, no matter what, whether they are studying gynecology or any kind of course. Do we even have enough women to go around? Women don't. Science courses. Women are not really driven towards science courses across board. So, do you have enough women to even go around? The answer is no.
Yes.
So I think the major thing is there are no consequences for bad behavior, and it trickles down to every phase of our lives. Look at our politicians too. They misbehave up because there are no consequences to their bad behaviors. Same thing as those in medicine. So it's a systemic thing, not just the medicine field you guys are talking about. It trickles down to every field. Look at the way people behave across board, because there are no consequences to their bad behavior. See our policemen as well too. Look at the way they behave. So it's all about the consequences, as in there are no consequences they do this in abroad too, but there are consequences to their action. There's a certain doctor that I think he was sent, I don't know the amount of years he's going to spend behind bars for I think molesting some young athletes over the years. In America.
Yeah. I read about that news. Yeah, you're correct.
Yeah, so
even Michael Jackson doctor.
Exactly.
They dealt with
all right, thank you.
Of course, it's all about the consequences.
Thank you. Hello, good evening to you.
Good evening, pretty precious.
Sir?
I took that from Mr. Darlington.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Go ahead.
Good evening, Mr. Darlington.
Good evening. How are you?
Yeah, this is Chigo. They're calling from Ijebu.
Jigo, you sound like Nedu from Switzerland.
Oh yeah. On that issue of gynecology, I don't think we should be separate. There should be separate gender for that. But whichever one desire to learn, let them fix their interest on. It's just that things are going the way it shouldn't go, like as it was said in Arabian countries. It's only women to women.
Okay.
Of which even my own, when my wife was to put to bed.
Okay.
So I myself, because there was the one that took 7 hours. So I myself stood in that room.
All right, yeah, and you made sure that everything was fine. Sorry, apologies. Someone else is on the hold, and we need to quickly rush down. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, hello, good evening to you.
Good evening.
Yes, please. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Kindly help us make it very snappy.
Okay, I'm Dr. Chike calling from the Caribbean.
Thank you, Dr. Chike. Are you a gynecologist?
No.
All right.
Okay.
Go
I'm
ahead.
not.
Very quickly, please. Go ahead. Let's hear.
Like you have said, if the court should be left only for female to do, or in our profession, I would have accepted with you to say yes, they should put it strictly for women, but we can't do it that way. That is why everybody have the right to request for the doctor they want. If you know you're not okay with a man, you request for a female doctor.
But in Nigeria, we don't have enough. We don't have right to request a guy, especially in our government hospital, even private self. You cannot request. I appreciate you though. Thank you so much. We don't even have enough doctors, let alone the right to request. Do you understand?
That is the normal
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, sir. I appreciate it. But let me run through some messages. Our time is on. Kenesi cases on professionalism is everything in Nigeria, from bank to managers to gynecology lecturers. Female patients should be giving a choice to their doctors. By the way, male doctors should maintain professionalism at all times. Those who do not have should face consequences, and women should have the option to request for female doctors if they wanted to. That's what Michael said. And a few more messages here. This here says the question is that whether the doctor is male or female. Regulations should be the key, and look for law-abiding people. This here said they are no business in Nigeria because government wants to control everything. I don't want to use conservative to talk, but I appreciate you anyway. Thank you so much. Lagos, that's the size of our package. Thank you to everyone who has made this show a success. My name is Precious. This show is produced by Promise. And Barrister Darlington, thank you so much.
Yeah, for being here today. Even I have not found the Valentine.
Sorry. Valentine, who was that person that said they will pay for Valentine from Barrister Darlington? And who is offering themselves as a living sacrifice? Please offer yourself. Come here forth or comfort you and offer yourself as a living sacrifice. I'll see you tomorrow, Lagos. I love you. Good night.